Good morning and good morning to all of my viewers, whoever you are, both past, present, and future. It's your boy Pablo once again. Sorry for the wobbly video. I don't have my stand or my dock that I would use in my car. I left it at home, but I am today is oil change day. Today I will be changing my own oil. I usually have I used to have the dealership do it when I was under warranty, and a little bit after that, and then I would get like a local tuning shop. Shout out to Eurofed. I got to show them some love. They took care of me a couple times with my stage 2 tune, and some other consultation work that I've done with the car. But this time I'm going to do the oil change on my own. I've also had a dealership do it, another dealership that I work at do it, and today is that day where I'm going to change my own oil. I just think it's part of it, so we'll see how it goes. We're going to be using Liqui Moly, which this would be my second time using Liqui Moly, which is right here. Let me show it to you guys. So I've got Liqui Moly 5W40. And this will be the first time I'm going to use Ceratec engine treatment. So this comes highly recommended. Apparently it'll help with a lot less friction, a lot better performance. And so let's see how that goes. Okay, so I got the car in the air, got the hood open. I mean, it's pretty straightforward for the oil change. Should be able to do this with one hand. It should be pretty easy to go. Sorry, put my hood up. But yeah, we get the oil change done. There's the filter there. We get that changed. So I mean, access to the oil should be pretty easy. And like I said, I got Liqui Moly, so this is my second time using them. I mean, that's what everybody raves that we should get. So that's what I'm gonna do. Start my filter. Came with it. By the way, shout out to ECS, which is where I ordered all this from. A lot of my stuff I usually get from ECS. This kit comes with a drain plug. However, I went ahead and did the updated oil change process before, which came with a magnetic, which I'll show you when we go into the car, a magnetic ECS drain plug. And then every time you change the oil, it's recommended that you change the O-ring that comes with it, which is supposed to be in here somewhere. It's a little thing. I think that's it right there. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to retain the ECS magnetic drain plug and then just continue using a new O-ring, or drain plug ring, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I like Liqui Moly. I noticed, I think because I don't know if it's just the viscosity or thickness of the oil. I noticed my oil temps were a little higher than normal. I don't know if that's just a placebo effect or whatever, but I had noticed that it just, like during idle, it would just increase in oil temperature. And then as I would drive it, it would go back down. And I just so happened to notice that since I've been using Liqui Moly. So, shout out to Liqui Moly, really cool product. Not sponsored by them or anything, just showing some love. So, and we'll see how Ceratec does. So we'll see. All right. All right, guys. So I'm taking the drain plug off. For you not Imperial metric boys out there, use the 14 millimeter. A little joke, because I've seen online a lot of guys are still arguing whether or not to use metric or American standard, whatever the case may be, but I'm going to attempt to see if I can do this without, never mind. I was going to see if I could actually do this without getting any oil on me, but that was a fail on my part. Let me grab my towel. There we go. I'll need that in a minute. So I'm gonna get this drain plug off. Like I said, 14 millimeter, and then yeah, man, we're gonna get our oil changed. just get this thing off without burning my hand. I shouldn't burn it, but let's see what happens. And there we go. Oh, shit. Hopefully it's not filling up too much. Let's see. Shouldn't fill up too bad. Just let it drain. And there we go. So we'll just let that drain and then get some new oil in it. All right, guys, so this is the ECS magnetic oil drain plug. Interesting design. You see that? So that's the magnetic tip there. And what it's designed to do is to collect just, excess metal, shavings, just any, motors over time do have some level of friction, which can, metal to metal action, which is never good, which is part of the reason why I'm doing the Ceratec treatment, just to kind of help prolong the motor, save it, if you will, kind of maintain performance and kind of prevent the possibility or prolong the possibility of any friction on the motor. I don't think I had brought they give you a new drain plug whenever you get these oil change kits. I don't think I brought it with me, but it had the Torx. There it is right there. So this is, as you can see, a pretty standard plug that comes with the kit. What is it? It doesn't say. Can't tell what size Torx it is, but anyway, that's it right there, which is almost identical to the one that comes OEM with the car. But again, I mean, this will do fine if this is what you have, just, as a just in case measure, getting the ECS kit. I think it's like $100 or so for the plug, the oil kit, Ceratec, something like that, new filter. I think next time I do the oil change, I'm gonna go, the filter is really not needing to be updated, but this plastic filter housing, you can change it out for aluminum. So I'll probably do that next. I don't know how much of an advantage is needed for that. It probably looks kind of cool, but besides that, it'll be pretty much stock. So again, recommend that ECS magnetic oil change plug, which is kind of cool. So yeah. So now that I've drained the oil, I'm going to change the filter right here. Actually, before I do that, grab the filter itself. With the ECS oil that I got, I actually apply Hank's filter. Never heard of it, but we'll see. I've seen some people use, I guess, Man filters or some other filter companies for the most part, but this should suffice. So that's it right there. I had a 1 1/16 socket, but I didn't have, what is it, the 1/2 inch ratchet to take it off. So I've been using my channel locks to take it off. So you just lefty loosey, righty tighty. Kind of just loosen it a little bit. You don't have to apply that much pressure, but just enough to get it to come off. Now when you take this off, just allow, when you pull it up, just allow it to drain a little bit on its own, because you kind of don't want to make a mess. Again, there's still a little bit of oil and obviously in the oil filter, so just be careful. Just kind of turn it nice and easy, just like that. Okay, actually, before I continue, make sure this, you will have some residual oil, it's normal. So I'm just gonna grab my can of here, kind of just lay it here for a little bit. Pretty sturdy, so not sitting on anything crazy. Again, I'm only putting it here just to kind of get the oil in. Actually, it's probably not a good idea. I'm just gonna put that back. I'll just wipe off whatever's in. So, all right, so here we go. Again, if you kind of look down there, you'll see it'll drain just a little bit. Give it a little bit of a shake, just like that. Okay. Again, you will have some oil droplets that will fall. That's okay. That's why we have cloths. You can clean it and just pull it out and put it right there. And you can see the old filter. There we are, guys. There's the new filter inside. Just pick it back up. I cleaned around it just a little bit, not around the threading. It's good to have a little bit of oil around the threading. Kind of creates a lubricating effect, which is good. So just simply put it right back in. Okay, now when you put the filter back in the housing before you put it back onto the motor, the filter will kind of clip into the housing. So the filter will go into the housing, it'll clip in, you'll hear it, it'll clip. Once it's in, you know it's in nice and tight. Then apply it back. Okay. Tighten it with my hands a little bit. Again, since I only have channel locks, again, I don't want to chew up the top of the filter housing. You don't need a tremendous amount of grip, but or a tremendous amount of torque, just enough to get it tight. Give it a good squeeze and just tighten. Okay. Again, on this side, give it a good squeeze. Nice and tight, and just like that. And there you go, filter's in. Looks pretty clean. I have some oil droplets on here on coolant lines and vacuum lines. Just wipe that off up here as well. Really good, just like that. Just get in there. There we go. I don't have any oil droplets anywhere else. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Son of a bitch. Oh shit, you cleaned right up. Bam. Anywhere else, I think we're good. Overall, motor's relatively clean. I mean, the valve cover covers most of it, but yeah. There we go. Nothing on the alternator. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Cool. All right, let's add the oil. All right, guys, so I've already applied the first 5 quarts of oil. I needed both hands because I don't have a, oh my God, what's it called? A drain or whatever to put in there, funnel. That's the word I was looking for. I can't believe I didn't think of that. But anyway, I didn't have a funnel, so I needed both hands, but I've got this extra quart left. I'm gonna see if I can do it without making a mess and wasting my oil. So just apply it. Ooh, look at that. Swift hands, a little bit. I don't normally recommend this because you don't want to risk wasting the oil, but I think I'm doing all right. So we're good. So again, get you a funnel if you can. Just kind of get a nice even flow. And once you've got that flow, you should be good. And just carefully, slowly pour it in. Try not to waste any. Don't shake it all. Just get it all in there. And again, this is the last quart of oil. Our cars take about 5.5 to 6 quarts. All right, just get it all in there. Try to get as much as you possibly can. And there we go. All right, didn't make much of a mess. Put that to the side. And last but not least, our Ceratec treatment, which Liqui Moly recommends putting in after your oil change is done. There it is. I've seen this online where sometimes the cans take a little bit of a beating just from being shipped. So as long as you don't find any leaks or anything like that, you don't smell anything out of it, you're good. And as you can see, they recommend minimum oil filling of 3 liters, 3.17 US quarts is requested for optimum product performance. Add directly to motor transmission oil, preferably right after an oil change. So we'll treat 5 liters, 5.28 US quarts of oil, 6% total oil quantity. Continue to maintain oil change interval. So you can see that there. So they do recommend you shake it. Get your shake game on. So give it a good shake, just like that. Good. And I'm gonna need both hands real quick. So here it is, cap's open. It's got a strange color to it. It's like a, I can't really tell. It's like an orangey, I don't know if you could see that. Almost looks like carrot juice. But just carefully pour it in. Let's get a good stream. Oh yeah, look at that. Interesting. It almost looks like pureed carrot juice, or I don't know what it looks like, but it smells kind of weird, kind of good too. And just pour it in all the way in. Like I said, make sure you have shaken it really, really well. Make sure it's all out, just like that. Get as much as you can in there. And there we are. So we got our Ceratec treatment in. Et voila. Just like that. We just put that to the side. Get our oil cap back on. I'm not gonna wipe in there because I just don't want to get anything in it. It's nice and hot, nice and tight. Get you a rag and just clean around the surrounding area. Just make sure you're, try to keep things nice and tight. Try not to get any residual fluids, oils hanging around anywhere. So, you know, try to keep the motor clean as much as possible. Again, I recommend getting a funnel just to try to prevent any kind of spillage whatsoever. But I just didn't have the time and I gotta get this done. I've had obviously VW recommends replacing every 10,000 miles just to save on cost, but you know, depending on how you drive, I would stick with 6,000 miles, and I'm a tad over that just because I've been so busy. And I've been waiting on the oil to come in, but since there's everything going on with COVID-19, everything is delayed. So I should have ordered it earlier, but because I've ordered things before that didn't take this long, I just didn't think about it. So moving forward, well, hopefully COVID-19 will be over by the time I have my next oil change. So, you know, again, give it a good clean, but you know, next time I'll make sure to be a little bit more prepared. But that's it, folks. That's the oil change on our cars. So I'm gonna get the valve cover back on, get it started up, and yeah. Engine is pretty loud, not loud, that's strong. Kind of like a perpetual loud tick, just 4 cylinders. But it appears to run a little smoother. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I don't know if it's a placebo effect. We'll see. I know they said that you're gonna have to run it with the oil for a little while. But I don't know, it sounds good. That's my experience, guys. As always, I appreciate you guys chiming in. I'm gonna go drive on it a little bit, get some gas, do something with this old oil. I'd recommend you guys try Liqui Moly if you haven't on our cars. It's super dope. Try the Ceratec treatment, see how you like it. As always, guys, hit like, subscribe, Love for you guys to follow my channel. I'm gonna try to do some more videos with the car. You know, comment below, let me know what you think. Let me know your experience with this oil, with this treatment. You can also find me on some social media if you guys are interested in what I got going on. On Instagram, it's Pablo Duh Canadian, Pabloduh Canadian on Instagram. Let me know what you guys think. As always, guys, hit like, subscribe, and let's get this thing growing. Peace and love.